Well, school is almost back in session, and with it comes the hefty price tag. This year, some parents are telling us they're paying more than they bargained for at checkout. And we spoke with the local professor about the role tariffs are playing in back-to-school shopping. It's back to school, which means it's time to pack the book bags. Folders, notebooks, pencils, pens, highlighters. The list can seem endless, from school supplies to clothing and even technology. The costs can start to rack up, especially if you have more than one child. Amanda Brubaker is a parent of 2 elementary students. She's among the majority of shoppers who began checking items off their list early this year. About 50% of those shoppers, according to the National Retail Federation, did so out of concern for rising prices due to tariffs.
Yeah, I'd say I probably spent double, but I think I bought more than I bought last year, too. Their school supplies, I think, cost a little more than normal.
$60. That's how much I spent on these school supplies. And it doesn't even include those bigger ticket items like clothing and technology. I spoke with business professor Randy Fry from St. Francis University, and he says that on average, a family is spending about $875 on back-to-school supplies per year. And if you have a student going back to college, you're spending even more than that. He says you're spending about $1,400, and that doesn't even include the cost of books or tuition.
People are seeking value, whether it be at Walmart, Target, Amazon. They're looking for value, bang for their buck, because they feel squeezed by a lot of things.
Fry says tariffs aren't helping the matter. He estimates they've raised prices about 3 to 5%, putting some middle and low-income families in a tough spot financially.
School supply tariffs are estimated to be $73 million this year, so someone's absorbing those costs. It could be the supply chain, the distributors, the manufacturers eating those costs, or they could be a pass-through cost to families.
Surrounding states like West Virginia, Ohio, and Maryland have back-to-school sales tax holidays, but Pennsylvania doesn't, at least not yet. Lawmakers recently proposed legislation to create a tax holiday, but so far nothing has been passed.
Think about lower-income families. The sales tax is more onerous for them than a wealthy family because it takes a bigger hunk of their family dollar.
As for parents like Amanda, they're finding ways to save a buck anywhere they can.
Yeah, they need erasers, pencils, colored pencils, and we had a lot of that stuff left from last year. I try to buy good stuff, that way it does last. I don't buy cheap stuff. You get what you pay for.
Feeling the financial squeeze as students and staff ring in a new school year. And Professor Fry also shared some money-saving tips for those still in need of finishing their back-to-school shopping. He says stick to your shopping list, focus on necessities, and don't buy on impulse. Reuse what you can, whether that's backpacks or even folders and pens. And lastly, he says compare prices and buy in bulk.